Welcome to what may very well be our final stream of Pikmin 4. We have completed everything in the main game, everything in the post-game, that being Olimar's Shipwreck Tale, as well as the Trial of the Sage Leaf, and all that is remaining are the challenge medals. Dandori Challenge, Dandori Battle, which, as I've said before, I probably won't try to crack down on stream until I've understood it a lot better and practiced off-stream somewhat. And, of course, the Trials of the Sage Leaf themselves, which we did last time, and where in several stages we're really nowhere close to the required medal times. I do want to clean up the remaining Dandori challenges, though, that we previously encountered in the main campaign. We've acquired 5 platinum medals so far, and I believe that means we're missing 7 out of 12 total stages. And have I counted this correctly? I think I have. Yeah, out of 12 total stages. And so we're going to do the remaining 7 today. We've been pretty close in some of them, and some of the early ones I think are going to be made quite a bit easier, if not completely trivialized, by the fact that we have significantly upgraded our technology as well as our Ochi ever since. We were reasonably close in some of the later ones as well, despite some of the bronze medals. One that I think I was nowhere close on was the Aerial Incinerator, because we never figured out the correct conveyor pattern. But some of these will just take some work, and we'll try to do the full clear on all of them. All that is required for the Platinum Medal is to loot all the treasure in the required time. So, I think we can do it. I think we should get right into it, even though some of these earlier stages we have not seen in several weeks. Let's go. And we'll have to relearn some of these from scratch. It's just been too long, even with some of the more recent ones, and we'll just devise a new strategy and do them until we get them. One thing that is going to make things easier is that Ochi at this point is much better able to do solo combat unattended. And we'll make use of that extensively, I think. Okay, let's take a look at the map. And let's see what we have. Alright, the other thing to make note of is the fact that with these gates, and let's fix the orientation of the map so it matches up. Ochi can jump up, but only our main commander and the Pikmin that you're holding can make it across. Right now we're just starting with a couple of reds, so we're probably not taking that in first. We probably want to take this side, bust out as much as we can early. Maybe even... yeah, probably take my commander's squad up here just to dig up what we can. In general, digging should be done with yellows, though. And probably take Ochi around this way to bust all of this open when we can. There's a 3 marker here. I don't remember what it's assigned to. I believe it is based on possibly enemies. I don't think it's based on treasures. I actually don't remember what the 3 marker is. And we just have to find out. And in the meantime, run as many nuggets as we can nice and early. I have no recollection of what my original strategy was for this. But I think we just clear the path, we grab some yellows. Yeah, it's best in fact if Ochi takes as much of the squad as he can. No, actually. Let's get Ochi over here and let's just get him to kill what we can. Oh, wait. Okay, and Ochi's at destination. He's going to kill something right away. Yeah, he'll just over there and attack that as well. And there's some skitter leaves over here. Bust it down so much as we can. Ochi's killed the other one, I think, at this point. Let's dig out. And in the meantime, Get Ochi over here. We'll worry about transportation later. I think we should bust down the gate as soon as possible. Also, maybe grab the idle signal just to grab a bigger crew here. Actually, yeah, let's do nuggets. And then idle signal here. I should really assign that to a key. And then, yeah, you got some treasure going there already. I don't know if I can personally poke any of this. Yeah, I can, but probably better to run back and call some over. No, that's okay. Yeah, we can grab the remaining idlers alert over here. Let's see, and then we can grab some of these. In fact, let's just grab the nectar quickly. Get him to slip that all up. And then Ochi over here is going to fight. Now, our squad is a little too small to take this guy right now. So I said we grab the idle signal first. Hang on, is this a digging spot? We need to see. No, it's not. Let's actually take him here. Then, once we have the crew here, we actually haven't looked at this very much, but we should in fact lower the gates. Oh, that's an Ochi tunnel, in fact. We should have accounted for that. Now, we'll call the whole crew over here first. Pile of nuggets transported. So we can keep calling a few over. Alright. Okay. Should be able to get him quickly. Oh, lost a few maybe? No, maybe not. We're still good. Then... yeah, we would need a clearer passage for this. Or rather, we need to grab these with a full squad that's able to carry it completely. Possibly this gate gets lowered. Actually, let's take this whole crew. 30 out of 30, that's 50. No, it must not be indecisive. Let's just take it. Come on. Oh, we messed this up. I gotta get us around on some of this. Yeah, we messed that up a bit. Let's just start working on this one. No, we have no Pikmin at the time being. And then we have to basically swap places. I made a few mistakes here. But you can probably just solo this guy though, and then he can start knocking things down. Then I can go down here for the red. It's probably best. Okay, these are electric. We don't want to touch them at the moment, or within range of them, so let's just go here first. And grab some of these. We'll grab an idle signal in just a moment. Actually, Ochi should go here to the button before we do anything else. Alright. Tell me I'm short by 1, okay. Okay, this gate is open now at least. That's okay, we'll get Ochi actually over here and start knocking things down. And toss one over here. And then we'll work on the gate. Nice to have some elemental immunities on it, makes all that a lot easier. Now we're doing on this thing here. Oh, that'll just resolve itself actually at this point. Just need to make sure we have looted all enemies as well. I mean, Oji can get the last piece of loot actually once he takes out the gate. I'll just take himself. And we'll just take out as much as we can. We'll clear this with lots of time to spare. Yeah, in fact, we'll just go idle signal over here. Just silver medal? Oh, we'll do better than that. What's left? The only thing that's left, I think, is... Here we go. Lots of time remaining. Doing absolutely splendid. I mean, you know, this is trivialized by the fact this is very early game content that we're doing with late game tech. Amazing what a difference that makes, in fact, especially once you learn the game, so... We have a pretty huge score here. Why would we want to retry? No. Oh, in case we want higher scores, but no, we're good. Alright, next. Educate yourself in all things Ice Pikmin. Yeah, why do we even get a gold in that one to begin with? That's a 2 out of 5 difficulty. Well, early game tech, we were new to a lot of things. I don't even know how far we were with the command ability at that point, so... Carefully consider when to freeze and when to melt the water. We must have been very close to finishing this one previously. Let's try it. Yeah, this time we'll approach things a little more strategically, I hope, than whatever it was we did last time. Alright, let's first of all get the map orientation correct. It should be this. And we've got a couple of ice Pikmin. We should clear enemies as quickly as possible, and also we've got a lot of pods here that we can use to convert blue to ice, but then we should therefore prioritize treasures requiring blue before we do anything else. That would mean the ones in the water. Yeah, always prioritize blue. Then let's see here. Whoever jumps down here is able to come back up and also dig out. Probably just dig this out right away. After pulling the ice out of here. And then we'll refreeze later on when we do the big run. But the idea should actually be to grab all the blues we can first, I think. And worry about the conversion after that's been done. And then we'll get Oshi to also just run around and auto-attack to grab as many Pikmin as he's able to. Which means Oshi, his priority is just to go here. And then oh, how is this still frozen? Oh, ice about to melt, okay. They need to be commanded, or will they dig by themselves? I don't know. But we'll... yeah, they're gonna dig. So let's go. Okay. Ochi has already taken this down. Just need to be aware of that when we can. Ochi has killed that as well. We'll just run him over to... oh, as much as possible. Maybe after looting some of the enemies first. I'll accept to require a tiny bit more than what I have. In that case, we'll just worry about that one later. Let's... okay. Okay. Okay, Ochi's got that. He's got 12. He should actually get all 12 over here and then continue fighting. Yeah, do all the water loot first, then everything with ice. Seems correct. I should check the weight on some of these. 7. 12 over there. Got a couple of idlers that... yeah, if only we had 5 here and we had just 1 extra, we would have had enough to grab the 3 down there. But that's okay, we'll figure this out. And yeah, ice is going to walk the long way. Ice Pikmin can't actually loot yet, so we'll leave them alone for the time being. We'll eventually freeze when we grab the nuggets. But as long as we drag all the water loot out first, then we probably fine from there. But she's going to come down and attack this way. Yeah, that's good. And of course, anything coming down here can just be dropped off immediately, I think, so... yeah, once this is dragged out, we'll be in good shape. Basically, we can't loot anything here yet because ice would have to come up here. But we'll just grab the idler's signal in just a moment, and then yeah, let's go over here. And then if Ochi's going to kill that, then he's eventually going to run up here and take the rest if we can. Let's put Idler Alert over here. And all these guys are going to do the drop off down here, which is just fine. Then we'll hopefully have enough blues to grab some of this stuff. Oh, we're going to have a bit of a fight over here. Oh. And then he's going to run over here to fight. Because everybody's looting that way. Should have taken the ice pick in there. Yeah, a lot of loot's going a long way right now, but that's okay. We'll eventually be able to manage. Once we freeze this area here, we're going to be in better shape. Let's see about platform height here. I think we can't jump up here. In order to grab these, we do need to either check from below or... Well, to grab the blue Pikmin, we would need to freeze this, but we need to drag this out first, so... That's going to take priority. So, just come over here. Okay. And then, oh yeah, we never loaded this bridge. That's a huge problem. That's a big oversight, in fact. But they can just loot by water this way, so that's not as bad as it could be. Okay. So yeah, we actually do need to lower this. Let's over here first. And we might even be able to do the whistle. Grab all of these guys. In fact, that trivializes that somewhat. Or not. Okay, we need... some idlers to come this way. Okay, you guys. First of all... Yeah, we're not doing this optimally at all, but... hang on. We need 4 more here. Over the bridge. Yeah, we got full squad standing idle right now. That's not great. But now we have enough. Yeah, good. 4 over here. And stop logging on. There we go. We're not even bothering to change anything to ice right now. I mean, I guess that puts you off a high score potentially, but once we freeze this, we're okay. We'll be in good shape. Okay. Let's say... we summon everybody we can here. Okay. Then... Okay, all this area is clear. Now, let's do what we can to get the rest, which... There are 12. And then... we just need 5 to freeze here. Which is good if we have 5 ice, which we don't. That's okay, we'll just toss. We'll actually be fine. Freeze this, and then we just have enough Pikmin to loot all this stuff. What? And then, yeah, OG just go here and take that. Okay. Yeah, as long as we have some more Pikmin here, pretty good. Do we have anything? Oh, nope, hang on. I accidentally signaled him. That was an oops. And then, yeah, that's why we don't put the idler's alert, I suppose, on the D-pad, just in case we have an accidental signal. Do we have any spicy spray or nothing? No, we are fine. How come that's a 0 out of 1? Wait, how did that happen? Oh, did we accidentally render that unobtainable? How do we accidentally render the enemy unobtainable? That's not right. But at the same time, it doesn't seem to matter for the medal purposes. Oh, that's strange. Because we didn't hit the benchmark, but it's giving me credit anyway, because I suppose it's counting for the fact that that fellow there can't be looted. I don't understand it, but we'll take the medal and take the win, I guess. I actually don't know what happened here. Because I would have thought you consistently need 100%, and we were actually under the benchmark of 160. Huh. Don't understand it, but we'll take it. Feels like I did something cheap there. But... alright. I mean, I don't know if that's expected behavior to account for some kind of edge case that makes it impossible. Because maybe a freeze kill on it just shatters it completely or makes it unlootable or something. I don't really know why that happened. Anyway, hefty hallway. Distribution center for ultra-heavy refrigerated food supplies, yeah. And then once again, it's going to be freeze management. Okay, let's take a look. Yeah, up here we'll have Ochi attack into that right away. Over here, I remember doing this one comparatively recently. And I don't remember what it was that was the problem, but... yeah, the switch here is really important. The ice skate here is really important. I remember some of that. Yeah, we actually did this one not very long ago at all. In fact, this is already kind of getting into late game. Right, and then... Yeah, because we previously had Ochi just kind of come here, I think, summon the ice, and then upon the thaw, it would just drop directly onto the switch, which I think is how it should be done. But and Ochi can take this by himself, but it's better to be using purples if you can. I think we only have access to 5 purples now, and which you'll want to get some of the heavier loot over here. Maybe we leave the ice in place until we have some yellows to knock down the gate. Oh, and then you have an additional purple spot over there as well. So yeah, this guy's holding yellows. We basically need to beat him up as soon as we can. Possibly with some purples? I don't know. Anyway, Oshi should come here and nuke this guy and prepare to lower the gate immediately, and then we'll take care of this side afterwards. So is there a relocatable base in this one? Yes, there is. So given that there is a relocatable base, like this quadrant here should be done last. Or this area here in general should be looted last, and we need to grab as much as possible on this end first, before we start rebasing to that half. Yeah, I think that was one thing that I didn't do very well previously. But yeah, basically Ochi's auto attack should get a lot done. Because he can come here, he can grab the ice, he can send the ice over to the ice gate right away, then come back on the switch. Okay, so Ochi, get over here. And then maybe we should actually go for this right away, instead of going for the purples first. Let's take a look. So we just walk it right away. Some digging. Let's open a gate. Yeah, basically go for this side as fast as possible and get purples to loot the treasures over here once we've converted to them. It's kind of contingent on taking out this guy, though, which we should hopefully do quickly. Alright then. Okay, that's quick. Let's loot. Use yellows to dig. Ochi needs to go over here right away. And yeah, we want the yellow gate down immediately, so let's actually cross right now with this crew. Then ice boat and melt, we'll just drop them on the switch. Then start working on some ice. Get them to fight up here. Let's do as much enemy clearance as we can. Okay. Whoa, bad idea. Just totally missed. Ochi is being a bit inefficient here because he should have gone for this guy. We'll bust down some of this stuff too, and we'll get some purples and running right away. Then hydro jelly up here. Okay. Yeah, we've had a little bit of idle time on the Ochi that we really couldn't afford, but use purples to grab this. What's the looting path for purples? It is all clear, so let's go. 10. 20 over here. Let's see what else we can grab. Moment. 15. A slight efficiency loss here while we figure out what's going on. Hang on. 50 over here. Yeah, we'll bust that down somehow. 12 over here. Oh, we have a little bit of an inefficiency over here, I guess, with the purple taking that one. That's okay, we'll take this. And Ochi's taking this back. And if that's the case, then in the meantime we should... Yeah, we should have a bunch of ice sitting over here. It's just about ready to go, right? So... yeah, they should run back. And then, that'll give me hopefully enough to do something here. Yeah, ice is going to come back this way. We'll continue leaving these frozen until we... reason not to. There's an electric trap over there we should probably take out. I don't think my auto attack really quite does it. Yeah, before we bust this stuff down, we should clear this area here first. Oops, should have actually taken these guys to dig. Not. Then, yeah, we do have to leave these guys in place for the moment, but we'll come back here. All of them. Then we actually do need to refreeze this area in order to get this loot down, I think, so we need to figure out how many ice we need for that and probably pull this out. Not until we've looted this, though. Oh. Actually, purples here should be able to deal with that just fine. Oh, wait. Yeah. Done. Yeah, we should probably grab these pellets now while we can, before we start rebasing. So, yeah. We'll put the idle signal here, and then run Ochi across over here just to start clearing. Yeah, we actually need to grab a couple of these. We'll open up the bag. Not that we need it at this point because we're clearing this area anyway, right? So this is just an additional path that's become a little bit irrelevant. We might as well just move to base now, is my feeling. And then we need to freeze this. You know, let's actually take out the trap first. Then... that. Grab enough ice for the freeze in the center. Maybe about 15 or so, I don't know. How many? 2 more. That's unfortunate. Hang on, let's just grab them over here for a minute. Okay. Yeah, and actually just get everybody loot to the other point. It's probably fine. It's more efficient than just leaving this here. Should probably take the other these Pikmin as well. Then here we need to do all this. Then 12 up here. Oh, we have too many idle sitting right here. Let's put 3. Okay. Ochi's been burning time over here. What she should actually be doing, heading over here to knock some of this down. Okay. At this point, we will rebase for sure. Oh no, hang on. 13 still at oh, the goof. Freeze that. Okay. Very inefficient to use purples in that, but we'll do this. Yeah, and we need to loot these guys up here. We had the 10 ice here standing idle that we're not really using. Gotta do something with those guys. That was actually a problem. Okay. We actually will do it. Despite not really dealing with this area and leaving all these Pikmin idle. Yeah, we'll be able to do it. Just fine. remarkably, just by leaving this area iced. I had a couple of errors along the way, but we will make good time. Anything left? I don't think so. Yeah, that was maybe closer than I had hoped. But a couple of mistakes, but we eventually got it. Using the purples effectively is a big part of this, and going for the electric gate right away I think was a very good call. So we're not left dealing with it at the last minute. Then no, we will exit it. Empty hallway. Did I neglect to screenshot my score? I think I did. Let's screenshot it just in case. Anyway, aerial incinerator. This one was the one that I was really worried about because we completely flubbed it last time. Yeah, we didn't do this one well at all. This is the one with flying where you need to manage the conveyor belts at the same time, and so it's easily one of the harder ones. At least at first look. Okay, so conveyor direction matters a lot. And I think what we had discovered last time was that it makes the most sense to, well, I mean, first of all, it's really quite necessary to grab the fire as soon as possible, start circulating with it. We need to do that with somebody. Because until then, we don't really have a hope of getting up to the switch. I feel like winged Pikmin can wait. That... And that in general, you don't want Oshi to be the one commanding the fire. If anything, Ochi should be trying to take out enemies early and clearing space while we get fire from the outside. Yeah, basically we stay in red for a while we do clearing, and then we start to loot. In any event then, let's see if Ochi can solo this guy. Then, yeah, maybe we should grab some winged Pikmin here. But yeah, because winged Pikmin at least would be able to start to loot. And that's important because then they could run back and forth over here. Yeah, maybe we should do that. Even though we start with pretty generous numbers. I don't know if Ochi's actually fighting that guy. Yeah, he is. We'll just let him at it for the time being. Okay. Idle signal for the winged is actually going to be really important as well. We have to get 5 winged to basically start on this right away, and then we start running around with fire. Then 15 on that. Yeah, we're not doing that one yet. We start running over here. basically start running around with fire starters while getting winged Pikmin to loot as much as we can over to conveyor belt. Yeah, the more winged we get, I mean, this treasure takes 15. The more winged we get up and running, the sooner we'll break this open. And then we convert an additional 20. I mean, maybe we can just grab some reds to run this around. It's not a big deal necessarily. But it makes more sense for reds to be running here, so they can start things down this way, if I am not mistaken. Unless there aren't any jumps or something in the way. Yeah, you need to fight this guy. And this is a big one for the reds. Yeah, red should loot the top corner as much as possible. Come on. Okay. And then... it's going to be a little bit slow. Oh, nope. Too late on that one. That was a goof. We should have hit this one first. Yeah, it's okay. We'll toss one. We'll ride it back. Then, between the two of you, we'll get Ochi to command some winged back here eventually. Actually, no, I'm going to run this guy back while Ochi takes care of all of this stuff. Probably. Actually, let's run all this. Okay. Hang on. Then... no, not you. But she goes ahead and fights. And, oh yeah, this guy will need to be dealt with eventually, but... we'll get there. Fire starter first. Light up as much as possible. Hang on, get over here. And then... yeah, we'll get up over here too. Okay. We've got a lot of looting that's been done. We should actually... no, we should take the idle signal up here first, and then we'll escort the flame past that point. Okay. This stuff we want winged for if we can. But we don't have enough at the moment. They're all running over that way. But we do have the ability to get more. And in the meantime... Okay. Come on, no. Get more of these guys out. And then get winged up and running if we can. What is Oji even doing right now? He's over there. Anyone to find up here? Not that we can see, but... probably need to clean up pretty soon. I'm not doing this very effectively right now, but if these wing Pikmin are done, then he can call them over. Basically, well, this is 40. That's fine. That's fine. We actually have enough to get a lot done before we hit any switches. And he just needs to do switch control from that point on, I think. Yeah, we actually do need some wing on this thing over here. Just 5 though. But you can actually take a bit of this stuff while he's not busy. Yeah, that's got to come down. We have enough wing. We don't. Now these guys are running back and forth over here. That's a problem because I actually really wanted... how many? Can you show me? 10. Not great. Need one additional wing. It's overspent by 1 over here. Could really go back and grab it, but that's okay. We'll loot some of the small stuff. In fact, it makes sense to get these guys going right away. And then once these guys go back, we'll just call them back over, so. Yeah. Okay. Then we... here and have Ochi do more of this miscellaneous cleanup before we actually need him to hit the switch. A bunch of loot we're missing. I mean, none of this stuff is affected by the conveyor pattern. This ultimately will need a few rounds with flying, perhaps, and then drop this just to open up this passage as well. In fact, when you open up this passage, the conveyor pattern doesn't matter because they all load down. 60. Yeah, we'll just get Ochi to loot as much as possible, actually, and that'll work. Just get him to run over and grab stuff. Okay. How are we still... Not by that much. Come on. Give me a few more. Okay, finally. Now, does the conveyor belt matter? Here, I actually don't think it necessarily does, but let's grab the idle alert anyway and pull over as many as we can. Okay. Yeah, maybe we just won't mess with the conveyor switch at all. There's no particular reason I should, apart from looting this stuff. We have enough? Yep. Well, yeah, because then we can basically throw one aside, grab them, and basically hit switches when they're on their way back. Come on. Yeah, because everybody's been loaded there at this point, so we reverse. And then idle alert. I think we'll be able to make it. Yeah, because... Oh, we've got more than enough. Great, so once Ochi loads that, then we reverse and then grab the last remaining one. Down here. Okay, and then I would like to just assist if we can. Well, no, Dandori, oh, we can do better than that. No, 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 no. That was a mistake. There we go. Accidentally bopped them. Over there. Oh, we need this one. This one little thing. Well, let's just go for it. There you go. Almost forgot. not. Yeah, that was almost a little oversight. Put me within 2 seconds just because we missed that one thing. We would have been in much better shape otherwise. I knew that was going to come back and get me, but that's okay. On what was the one that felt like the hardest, doing it on the first try is very, very good. And realizing that I don't really need to occupy Ochi, which is hopping around the conveyor the whole time, but it's just getting him to loot by himself. Works just fine. Okay, quite a few down. Strategic Freezeway. Previously got gold on this one. 3 more to go. Dividing work between red and ice. Ah, yes, because this one you do need to thaw everything. And using the fire starters as well to melt ice quickly. That's something I only learned in a trial of the Sage Leaf. I think I must have neglected to apply it here when I previously faced it the first time. Okay. So, this bridge takes 22. Now remember, fire starters toast these instantly, which we absolutely do need to use as a property. Ochi should start clearing on this side right away. Also, fire starters, I think, are going to warm the floor in certain locations, which prevents the non-ice picking from being slowed. That's very important. And also, once you spread the fire starter, you'll have a second fire starter available, which means you can spread over here. So we should, in fact, get Ochi down to the right side to fight. Actually, no, let's determine which side we should send him to. I think we should send him left first. We can grab materials over here with some Pikmin command and warm this part of the floor and just take this guy out quickly. And then double back this way. Probably. Yeah, because then Ochi can also potentially start working on the ice gate himself. He can also fight some of the big guys. Yeah, because you got 10 materials down here, that's the other one that's needed for the bridge. Basically have to complete the bridge in order to loot any of this stuff effectively, which is going to be done near the end. Okay, so Ochi I think goes left and fights. Then yeah, we might as well light up this side first, actually. And we have to remember that fire starters, we do burst of jelly with them, they are consumed. Hang on. She should go. Continue to fight. Which means when you go like this, you light it up first. Okay. Yeah. And then you probably grab one red down here, Ochi. Well, I think grab this first. Wait. No, yeah. Actually, yeah, let's get him to do the fire starter. Now, here, we can go idle. The idea is that Ochi's going to come here first, light this up, and thaw this guy as soon as we can. Whoop. Okay, and then, if he just bends, then we just get him to fight directly. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Alright, let's get this first. Come on. Very fussy sometimes. Okay. These guys all have a clear path at this point. Let's just send them. And then over here we get ready with the ice skate. We'll fight over here actually. Oh, whoops. Why is he not fighting? Okay, let's remember to rotate out where these get smushed. Okay, Ochi's gotta fight this. Yeah, he's been giving me a bit too much dead time here. Okay. Let's get a bridge build. In fact, let's... Since we're working down there, let's just get the bridge built. Actually, no. Kill this guy first. He's almost dead. And we don't want to use the idle signal yet because we actually do want some builders at home right now. And if that's the case... I mean, right now they're going to take the long path, which is not optimal, but... If we just take somebody here who's going to be dropping some fire. We'll just grab a fire starter here. So we can drop it over here. And then, once we get everybody build, we'll go idle over here. Yeah, we start running this side first because there's no difference in distance. Then Once that's done, we take 2 squads and we just start running everything. Yeah. How's this guy over? And Ochi can start working on anything heavy. 7 to 12. Yeah, he should dig over here. Okay, very good. Okay, Ochi, dig. Now these guys start working on everything. Whoops. Oh, come on, get over here. We should be in the clear at this point. We'll get here for any treasures. I'll go for treasure. Okay. What do we... Still have this area relatively frozen. Do we miss a fire starter? I don't think so. We just need this pigment here, I guess. Or just escort one of them with a fire starter. 9 of these guys left. And we'll take this. Okay. Enough? Good. And that's the last one here. Okay. Okay, good. That should be the last thing. I don't think I missed anything. You've got 164 over there. We'll be careful, but I think we do have it. Yep, and this is Platinum Dandori. Good. It's been first try on everything so far today. I mean, that's with all the ability and enhancements that we have, of course. Okay, 2 more. And that's getting into the 5-star difficulty. I remember I was very, very close with this. We did figure out the pattern. We were just a little bit slow in the execution. This one, I don't recall how close we were. I think it was pretty spread out. We've got plenty of time to try both, so. See what we can do with either of them. Yeah, I remember that I grabbed everything in this one. I just ran out of time. We're very, very close. Okay. Yeah, so Ochi gets to work right away. And Luke, yeah, pretty close to completionism. I mean, I've done all of the story content, all of the post-game story content, all of the post-game challenges. I am missing 2 platinum medals in this mode, and a few in the battle mode, which I don't know if I'll go for, simply because that one, I don't feel like I understand it yet. And then the challenge mode that we did yesterday, there are some medals there too that will be much harder to go for. So I'll feel pretty satisfied with this game if I complete this one and the final stage after this. But this one, of course, at this point, these are balanced around having the full suite of abilities, so we won't cheese them quite as easily as some of the ones that we've seen so far today. But we'll be close. Alright, we're going to get some electric over here. We'll get Ochi to probably kill some of this stuff right away, and then... Actually, we should get him to solo this guy, and we'll just clear some of these manually. Yeah, we'll just get him to clear manually. And throw rocks at these guys. Because that's what we do. We'll just loot them anyway. Why is Ochi not fighting? Oh, probably because that guy's floating all over the place. Hang on. Let's get these guys in. And then call in the rest. Okay. So rocks at this point. Let's go over here. Electric gate is open, so we'll start working on this. You think your audio choked a bit earlier and right now once again. Yeah, thanks for letting me know. I'm not detecting it, but I'll give it a quick reset. Yeah, I didn't see it again, but I'll reset it just to be safe. One moment. Yeah, we hadn't really had problems in recent streams, so good that you let me know. We'll get this up and running right away. Hopefully the synchronization and everything else isn't off. Anyway, what was I doing? Yeah, okay, I need to grab this pile right away, probably. This is 50. That's fine, these guys can slowly do 10 runs or so, and then... We do need to hit this. I don't remember, I don't think he can crush rocks. And so we should actually go rock against him. While the gates are being worked on. Yeah, then Ochi should just go ahead and fight, maybe. Actually, no, he's got to come up and start digging first of all, and then he's got to unlock the top level as soon as he can. This is also an available tunnel for him. But we should actually dig out what we can and just recruit what we can. And I'll get these guys to work on some loot. So, Ochi... Well, yeah, he can grab everybody on the side and then we'll work on some of that. Okay, these guys. Let's work on this for a moment while Ochi does some gathering. Okay, so let's go for this pile. Electric gate still being worked on. I wonder what the progress there is like. It'll chip away slowly. We'll just, in the meantime, get ready. Oh yeah, we need to dig over here. I completely missed this spot. But that's okay. We'll grab the idle signal over in this location in just a moment. Hang on. Do we want to send these guys up yet? No, we don't. This is how we eventually get the squads to unite up top. But before we do that, let me disband and... oh, they can dig. Yeah, let me know if sound is improved. Hopefully it has. We got Ocean to fight over here in the meantime. Okay. I'll actually just run up there manually, I think. Ah, okay, got some spray here. Really important, in fact, for later on. Yeah, let's go this way just to go around. We'll start looting some of this stuff. And then grab that pile, that's good. Let's just... hang on. Which is this way? 10 over here, 10 over here. Yeah, we'll get yellows to dig that out. We'll get another idle signal here while Ochi does more clearance. Bomb rock, that's great. Be good for a fight later. Get these guys to dig. Yeah, let Ochi solo as much as we can. We'll eventually need to kill this guy to grab this, but we can do that on the bottom level while Ochi clears the top. Then we'll pick one out over here while we grab... oh yeah, no, actually, yeah, no, Oshi can go through the tunnel though, so he'll do that. He's gonna do it right up here. Then, once he kills this, we're going to take a squad up here, toss him a couple of rocks and some yellows, and then he can go through here. Once the rope drops, then we come up, and then the rope will allow Pikmin to run back and forth using the rope to loot that. We get this gate down and are able to lower the rest of the items down on this path. Now let's just get idols load first. Then, yeah. Let's keep an eye on how Ochi is doing up here. Yeah, he's doing fine. Now does anything require digging? I don't think so, but we'll just get him into position up here to receive the rest of the crew. And indeed, he can just work on a rock wall. No, but he should actually get rocks to work on a rock wall, so... Actually, no, he's gonna work on a rock wall. That works a lot better, because then we don't need to spend as much time just transporting things until we really want to. Why is it coming down here? Oh no, that's wrong then. I guess he can't do it that way. Hang on. Oh, we goofed. Oh, he can't demolish it from up here. Okay, no. We made a big mistake then. That's fine then. We'll... no, hang on. We made a big mistake. Let's get him up here. And we'll fight here, and we'll... Yeah, we made a big mistake there. That's okay, as long as we... Yeah, okay, these guys are all done, which is good, because then we're going to go over here. No, we want to go over here, because then their path will not take them past the fight. Okay, let's grab this. We actually will use... Oh, no, I should have just used a bomb rock on the rock over there. That would have simplified so many things. But no, we can use the bomb rock on a fight instead, I guess. And just try to nuke down the guy quickly. Okay, because... Hang on. Let's just toss all these guys up. I said toss all these guys up. We'll eventually need to deal with this, but... No. Back. Bomb rock. Oh no, totally missed. Okay. Hang on. Yeah, we may have messed this one up. And this guy didn't really even take that much damage, so... We may just have to take care of this guy last once we've disabled everything else. Once we have this, though, much easier to get everybody to run back and forth. How many is this? 12? Naturally, we should just take them with 12. Okay. And then we can just slip through now. Yeah, okay. Editor's alert. We can loot everything up here and then do this guy last, as I said. 2 minutes to go. Yeah, I really should have gotten nectar on some of these guys, but... We'll take it. And he's going to loot that just fine. It's going to be a close one, I think. We didn't really leave enough time for the fight. Okay, Ochi's almost there. That's good. That means he can start working on this. Oh, don't tell me these guys are trying to bring it down here. Okay. Rock shouldn't get crushed, right? Okay, hang on. Let's go. Okay. Let's fight. Yeah, this could be a little tight. And we'll need items after this. Okay, that side is all done at least. Okay, we loot everything and then we use the spicy spray. Now. Okay. Oh my goodness. Come on. No, no, no. Come on, you guys. Can't believe that's the mistake at the end. No, yeah, okay. Go, go, go. Nope. We lost it. Close. Significant improvement, but we need to redo it. Yeah, no, I made a couple of goofs there. First of all, not using a bomb rock. The bomb rocks were not effectively used. The bomb rock should have been used on the rock wall, so it goes down right away. And we didn't leave enough time for the master hop in the bottom right corner. So we should have taken that out a bit earlier. I didn't know the path would go through him, but we would needed to loot him anyway, so... That was almost right, though, if we had just taken him a little sooner and then used the spray like we did near the end to just get everything looted. It was almost correct. So let's redo it. Oh, and it offers you overtime, too. I didn't realize that because that was something we'd only previously seen in Sage Leaf. Okay, same as before. In fact, if you get both of the bomb rocks, then these gates are taken down instantly and you have a lot more uptime for looting with rocks. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's dead. Which you should come here and dig. Yeah. And then idle signal over here. Ochi should head over here and dig up the spray. Oh, he didn't finish digging this. Did he even start digging this, or did I just miss the input? I think I just missed the input. No, that was a mistake. We didn't actually want to do that now. That's okay, we can whistle them back now. No, I was just trying to get them out of my face. Alright. In that case, let's get everybody going. And yeah, we'll just leave those rocks alone for a moment. If I remember my digging spots, we should get 2 bomb rocks at some point. Trying to remember where the other one was. We got, yeah, it's going to be here. That's fun. We just break the walls down quickly while maintaining uptime on the rock Pikmin. So, basically, fire these guys out, and then this way you clear this out relatively soon. And then while that happens, probably use the idle signal to call these guys back to where I am right now, and then see the progress of Ochi's solo fight over there. I mean, it's not maybe the most effective way to using that, but okay, that fight's just about done. Ochi can dig. Then this is all done. Oh, then we might as well just take this out, since we have the means. Or we can start fighting this guy right away, while Ochi's kind of auto-clearing all this stuff. Again, let's go idler signal just to pull back. And then we just send him over here to fight. Yeah, let's actually get back. Whoa, lost one. Okay, that's not a critical loss right here. Lost one yellow, that's all. Shouldn't have sent yellows in there in the first place, but didn't learn. Okay, good. Let's just take this out quickly. Yeah, too bad about that. That one Pikmin could turn out to be important. Like, right now, in fact. Which is being off by one of my numbers that actually can throw off a whole cycle. Ochi's gonna come up here, fight this guy, and then at that point he's going to bomb rock the wall. We can bomb rock this wall as well. And then we can start looting everywhere here, except... Yeah, no, we'll do that. That's the most effective way to do this, I think. I don't know if it's just one rock there, though. It might be 2. Simpletons? Yeah, pretty much. Welcome that silent boy. And, okay, yeah, we do need some rock over here. Well, that's true for the other gate as well. We should have probably... Yeah, we actually do need maybe 2 bomb rocks for this wall. We should have done 2 bomb rocks in this wall instead of one of the other one. I misread this. I thought maybe it would have been one of the ones cracked already, but that's okay. To make Dandori stronger, you must set limitations, yeah. That is very true. Well, the limitation here is that we lost one Pikmin very carelessly to a fight just now, so I suppose that counts. Oh, but the wall actually went down pretty quickly, so let's just... Actually, so that might work. Let's do it this way. And then after that, Ochi will just... Oh no, he can't solo the wall. That was the whole goof that we ran into last time. Yeah. Well, then he'll run over here and we'll run over there and everything will be fine. Maybe. No, he can't do that. So he's going to come over here. We'll gather some rock. Don't even necessarily need that many. Although, yeah, we messed this up a bit. Yeah, Dandori all platinum except 2 with 0 upgrades. Very nice. I might go for that at a much later point. I've done everything in the game except platinum medals for this, one more level, Trial of the Sage Leaf, and the Dandori battles. The Dandori battles feel nowhere close to that. Trial of the Sage Leaf, there are 1 or 2 that I think I would have a great deal of trouble with until I rethink it, although I have cleared it with the basic clear at this point. You sadly couldn't platinum this stage with no upgrades. Yeah, I feel like I'm very dependent on Ochi doing solo fights, so I'm not burning time on combat. Okay. We actually need rock here. We have too many yellows here. Just wasting time. Okay. Oh, we're not even... Yeah, we kind of screwed up. Hang on. Oh, we should have sent some yellows up for Ochi to get the rope down, actually. Let's do that. Okay. Let's set them all up. And then, hang on. Yeah, time's a wasting. Yeah, we should have actually poked this. I always think that maybe I shouldn't be burning so much time in nectar, but that's okay. Let's just get you back into the center. Yeah, it should have been 2 bomb rocks on this wall. That was very silly. Anyway. And then let's get you guys to knock things down. Can we? Yeah, I don't think we can reach. Not quite. That's okay. Missed completely, in fact. Wasting a lot of time here. That's okay. Once we grab everything here, you know what? We should do the far end first. We've got 2 minutes. You're doing Dandori again with a challenge called Minimalistic version 2. Yeah. Oh, you don't have enough time to carry objects back. I see. I see. Yeah, I guess if you're using Ochi for the extra carry weight or something. Yeah. I'll need a lot more practice in certain modes to really attempt more self-imposed challenges. I mean, I still feel like I'm kind of learning the maps that I was missing. Because I never retried them during the main campaign, so this is my second attempt ever on the ones that I'm cleaning up today. Which is this one and the last one. And Dandori battles, like I said, I feel nowhere close. A lot of them I feel like I need to be using sneak bombs a lot more effectively before anything interesting happens. Alright, let's call them up here and let's do everything on the background first. I feel like I lost way too much time. It's not going to make it this time because we were very ineffective for a short time. But yeah, it should have been 2 bomb rocks here. That would have made a huge difference in efficiency because we had so much dead time here when we could have been looting back and forth. Alright, weight-wise, what am I looking at here? 7, 12, 7. Let's send Ochi over to 12 just to do that. And we've got 24 idle right now, which is awful. No onions, no flour licks, no Ochi upgrades, no item spot. Oh, really? This with a genuine minimal team. That actually does sound like a lot of fun, in fact. No moving bases, I feel like is... I mean, if you're not too worried about time efficiency, then okay. I guess it would affect the third zone a lot, Serene Shores, because of the tidal effect. I feel like that one is a little more sensitive to the base locations, whereas the other ones just, you know, extend your path significantly. So, yeah, that sounds fun. Let me know if you're actually doing any of this on stream, by the way. That would be fun to watch. I don't know if you have a channel active or if you're just doing this offline. But that actually does sound like something that would be a lot of fun to spectate. Okay, we should go for loot first and then this. So let's do that. This attempt, I think, is going to be failure. It's too many issues. It's too much stuff that we haven't looted. But Ochi can do this stuff over here, perhaps. Yeah. Version 1 was minus moving bases, flour, lick, and onion. I see. Yeah, without the onions... Oh, I guess for the special types, that would be the main thing it affects in terms of, you know, not being able to... Well, for all types other than red, I suppose. You just wouldn't really be able to generate much outside of what you already get in caves on your first pass. Yeah, Ochi's gonna grab that. Is he grabbing this? Okay. And then we need to loot the enemies, too. That's something that I mustn't forget. That's something I often do forget, so... Anyway, there are enough running up here for loot at this point that we should, in fact, just make sure the enemies are taken care of. Not much Dandori time left. Yeah, we might have to interrupt some of these. Ochi's back there at least. Come on. Get some here. Yeah, count. I'm not gonna make it. I actually haven't used my spicy spray yet. I really should. Okay. Not really calling... Oh my goodness, somebody's stuck up there. Okay, we totally blew it. 6 out of 7. Yeah, no, we should just restart this one. No, we should just restart this one. I made a total mess out of this. Yeah, I want to rethink this whole thing. I should have done 2 bomb rocks here. But at least we killed this guy in this corner much earlier this time. Yeah, this one was a disaster. Candy buds are allowed? Well, they would have to be, right, for certain elemental counters. I mean, you're not going to hit water rate if you're not generating purples from candy pot buds, I don't think. Unless there were purples on the field there? I don't remember. But anyway, let's do this again. Like I said, still learning. That's just part of the process. And then just go over here. Then we continue. Okay. And then we'll go idle signal over here just to get everybody back here, and then we'll continue this way. Okay, hang on. Yeah, you can grab that. Alright, hang on. No. My control is not always very good. Okay, let's walk around this way. Yeah, no, we previously had a different pattern, but if we break this wall, you can just go straight through here, and then we'll talk after that. And why didn't this finish digging? Oh, we probably whistled. Okay, no, we got it. Yeah, we'll go over here. Come on. Shed these guys in this autopilot way through this, and then grab all these. We'll go for the kill first. Your route is so different since you don't have any items. Yeah. I'm depending quite a bit on stuff like Idler's Alert right now. So let's go. Actually, let's get the yellows to start looting here first. We should have gotten them to work on a fence, but that's okay. We'll do that later. Okay. This should be relatively quick. Yeah, it's going to get potted a bit, but that's okay. We'll be fine. Ochi over here. Where will you go up and route around? Yeah, I can see the sense in that. Just kind of start from the outside in. Oh. Well, I guess we didn't have that many rock after all. Oh. Hang on. Yeah, we'll grab everybody here in a moment. Where did the rest of my guys go? There we are. How many do I have? 4. That's awful. We needed more than that. That's okay, we'll just send them up down here. Expedite this slightly. We didn't really calculate that optimally or anything, but... Okay, he's still fighting, that's fine, we'll just leave him. Not using him very efficiently, I guess, but we'll have these guys here. Then 3 over here. Let's just grab this. We needed to dig somewhere here, didn't we? There we go. You usually rush behind the middle orange and bomb the second one. Yeah, I'm thinking I want to use bomb rocks on the top left simply because I just don't want to take forever escorting up there. I'll need to drop a few for the rope, of course, but I don't want to fuss with that too much. We got 5, we'll take them over here. And then we'll go over here and signal into loot. A lot of these in the middle. And also get the gate down. So let's... There's alert over here. I should have both bomb rocks at this point, so let's get over here and just fight this guy. Let's actually get yellow gate down. That's okay, I guess. Oh yeah, there's some over here. I keep forgetting about them. But yeah, we can just get these over here. Oh, come on. We'll get a spray down here. Oh, just gonna grab these guys for the rope. And we're going to go back down here. Okay, so bomb rock. I actually don't know if bomb rocks need to be done sequentially, but good. 2 will be enough. Now we don't want to do idle alert until Ochi has grabbed these guys, but we probably want to do it from here, so we get the piles and the enemies down as soon as we can. Okay, and then at this point, go idle alerts. And over here. Okay. Okay, let's do this. Motion control plus whistle is broken. Yeah, it's kind of interesting that I was very heavily dependent on motion control back in the other Pikmin games. I replayed Pikmin 1 with the Wii controls earlier this year, and I got a lot out of the 2.0 stylus controls in Pikmin 3 and Wii U, but I've hardly been using motion, the very limited kind of motion implementation that's in this game. I just never got used to it, because it's such a big change from how it used to work. And so, yeah, from a control perspective, I am not very finessed right now, so. Rocks break that faster than bombing? Yeah, I just didn't want to go through the whole sequence of sending the rocks up here and get them to loot here instead, but that's just because my commander is just totally out of position at this point. And okay, let's see if I can hit this time. Oh, look, I can. Great. Then I can start looting up here pretty much right away, and in fact, Ochi can also just run up here. Nobody's really idle right now because they're all going down here, but then, yeah, we'll just get them to start looting this stuff that's a little further off. And I should have used a nectar on that side. 2 minute 30, it's going to be a little bit rough maybe, but... Come on. Come on. Okay, good. Oh, she's looting over there. Yeah, we need to grab a lot of this stuff. We'll get in position for that when we can. Yeah, let's not get pushed. Let's go up here. Okay. Then yeah, we'll grab this first. Your record, apparently so. Once you learn it, you can't unlearn it. Yeah, I'm such a motion-heavy player in most Nintendo games, so it was very odd for me to not depend on it very heavily here, but... I guess, you know, you just develop certain habits for what you're comfortable with after enough time with the game. And... Okay, no, don't get over here, just do this. then yeah, we'll grab a few over there on that side, of course, once we are able to. Actually, Ochi should be able to just grab this one, no problem, so. You should grab this. And then we'll make sure we have more. And then, since this is the final run, more or less, we'll hit the spicy spray once Ochi is up there. Okay. And then, did we not get the spicy spray? Did we not pick that up? I don't think I picked it up. How did I not pick that up? Did I just leave the blob on the floor? I left the blob on the floor. Alright, fine. We'll go. Yeah, we actually never used the nectar here, but I always burn way too much time trying to activate it. Now, it is global in this game, right? It's not just based on proximity. Yeah. Yeah, it is global. Okay, we should be able to make it at least. It's going to be a bit sloppy, but it'll happen. It will happen. Yeah. Okay, much better time than we had before. I mean, we didn't clear it before, so of course it's much better. But 40 seconds to spare, that went reasonably. A lot of sloppiness along the way. It could be improved significantly, of course, but we'll take it. Okay, one more platinum to go. Oasis of Order. Now, only finished with a bronze the last time here, but that was our first encounter with it, and we'll try to do better. There was a lot to figure out in terms of positioning here. So we'll see if all goes well. Okay, starting with a couple of winged. And let's see, what did we do previously? Yeah, I think the last time the issue that I had was a great deal of inefficiency with getting anything over here over. Because almost certainly, I mean, you know, this whole passage is too long, and so you would need to... We can't really ice it, so we should be using winged in general to do this stuff, particularly any of the smaller pieces. But some of it's not going to work so well. But Ochi can take something, anything heavier, I think. Oh, actually, no. I remember that we used an item to ice that, didn't we? Or... because I think the ice rocks were available here. But I don't really remember. Using the purples effectively for the heavy loot is going to be critical here. Building 15 over here. Yeah, we'll get Ochi to run around the map and kill things and pick up Pikmin, but... hang on. 15 building materials. We kind of need this pile. Is it mostly that pile or only that pile? Yeah, 15. And that's okay. We actually just need to get either this bridge down or 3 piles of winged to do it. It takes 20 over here. But basically, if you get 20 Pikmin to ride an Ochi, you can pull this down and then You need Ochi here anyway, I think, because of the... it's not really a jump, but it is a bit of an inconvenience. But yeah, you're going to be limited to 10 winged, so it's not like winged is going to do that by itself, unless you just go for it right away with your initial location, which I'm actually kind of tempted to do. In fact, that might be best. And then you just get Ochi to run around and pull stuff. Possibly even just pull this. Okay, this thing here, yeah, you'll need to dig it up. Probably grab the poison Pikmin and dig it up. Also, the fact that Ochi can whistle this down immediately is going to be helpful. I mean, either commander can whistle that down, but we'll see. Yeah, it's this stuff over here that I'm a little concerned about. Because if you get 10 winged, you can carry any of this stuff just fine, but then Ochi would probably just need to carry this over the shore. Because you really can't have them running the loop. Okay, in that case, I think Ochi's going to start fighting, and he'll just clear what he can. Nice and early. In fact, yeah, if he just goes... well, yeah, he'll just clear as much of this as possible, I think. Then we'll go over here. And while the winged Pikmin are working on this, we'll zip around and pick up others. Oops. Okay, Ochi's gonna kill that, and then, yeah, we'll just run around and drag who we can. Okay. There we go. Yeah, after 3 runs of that are complete, then we can probably go winged over here. Ochi's going to kill all of that. He's going to snipe this side as well. We should get poison to start digging this one out. I don't remember what the weight is, but... we do need him to just clear stuff. And then probably get the winged to ride on him afterwards. Using something like the idle signal. Okay. Let's see, maybe go with this now. Because this is going to return, then you pull poison over here. Okay. And then we might as well, yeah, return these ones as much as possible, or even start building here since we do have a pile of materials. Start building right away, I don't think. And then just get the other Pikmin to loot. Just after that. And yeah. And then we'll get some digging done over here. Yeah, we'll just clear space. Yeah, these guys should dig. And winged Pikmin should continue building over here once they've returned this pile. Okay, this is done. Oh, she should take this. Yeah, at some point he'll call Winged over. And indeed, maybe he should run this over now. Actually, what he should do is bump this. Just to simplify things. And then, if you want, maybe go for purple right away. Using the poison over here. Where would purple go? What is purple going to loot today? Probably some of this stuff. So he grabs the purple and he just sends them over. And then... yeah, I could even start pulling over here. Now the purple is going to be quite good for the pumpkin. That's an important consideration, but that's something that we can kind of work towards. The important thing is to get purples across to the other side, which you can do. You can just have them ride. So I think we actually do want him to grab what he can here and convert right away. Little signal. How am I missing one? Oh, because this guy's hanging around over here. These guys are just going to finish, actually. So that's okay. Because what we're actually going to do is send them over. Then, just either gather or loot now, I think. If you gather, then you can use the idle signal to call them back over and use them to loot, so. But we know we want this one to be dragged, so let's drag. Okay. Oh, we have to wait. That's okay, we'll be able to do it. Okay, he's just going to send it across, and he's going to keep fighting. Okay, so... now... yeah, we need to move towards this pile over here once we grab some poison Pikmin. Down here. Yeah, this was not a very good composition for this. We could have done this a lot more effectively. No. That was a bit of an emergency, not having them correctly mounted on that. Who's even here? Oh yeah, we can fight this guy quickly. Let's just go here and dig. Okay. Then we'll get over here, drop flyers, and then bring everybody else up here. Okay. Okay. Yeah, basically using flying to clear this zone is going to be critical here. Using Ochi to maybe clear some of this. Instead of taking flyers over. I mean, yeah, no, he can just take 20 poison or something within them. Really should have done this earlier. In fact, taking 2 purples to weigh this down. Except I don't know if purples can be thrown that far, given how high up that is. I suspect they won't be able to. You need 20 poison for that. So, let's go disband. Okay. Let's grab everybody we can. Yeah, let's not mess around with nectar just yet. Do this for a time being until we have a chance to deal with everybody else. And we'll just take who we can. Okay. And then let's go over here. Can we actually pop this? Yeah, we can. And Ochi can just take that himself. It's not really necessary to take all these, and then these guys can do 2 rounds. Now, the problem is that you have a limited amount of time to do all this stuff with flying Pikmin. Ochi will need to take 1 piece of loot with him, and yeah, this is going to be an issue. No spray either. Yeah, everything else is going to go a little too slowly. But basically, if Ochi ferries these across himself, then you can get Pikmin to drag things the rest of the way, maybe. What he can't do is do anything like that with the nuggets here. Nuggets do need to stay on flying. But yeah, maybe with returning to enemies first. No, we want nuggets on egg across the board. The thing is, we need to get him across to basically drag everything across the river one by one. Oh. Okay, we need a few of you on this. Oh, come on, go. Whoa. It's giving me a problem. And then, oh, come on. No, we're just gonna be barely short. Very close, but we did have a few efficiency problems along the way. Got up to gold at least. But yeah, the fact that we only have 10 flying means flying needs to work on this a lot sooner. But getting Ochi to basically ferry things across one by one, I think, is a good idea. That solves a lot of things here. And bumping the pumpkin is something that was new as well. We should probably, yeah. And we looted some of the other Pikmin a little too late. The poison Pikmin came too late. That was reasonably close for a first attempt. Well, second attempt, you count our real first look at this. Okay. Close and quite doable. Flying under construction is clearly correct. But yeah, we basically need to get some of these guys working right away on this. Let's come down here and sweep our way up. Okay. And your little dog, too. This idea of whistling and then grabbing these guys is almost certainly correct. Whoop. And then, now that these guys are all out of the way, you get Ochi to get the first flying crew to work on the nuggets immediately. And then you get them to clear space. Okay, there we go. And Optic, welcome. Hope you're doing well. All right, then at this point, yeah, Ochi's going to clear in this area. That means I should actually... I mean, eventually he's going to have to come across here, or I throw across here too. And get this down. But I think what realistically will happen is that I basically... yeah, no, we should get some of the poison Pikmin up as soon as possible, I think. Let's go survey drone on this. Yeah, I should get a poison crew up there as soon as possible, but that's fine. I should actually just stand here to collect. And get Ochi to clear a bit more effectively up here. Okay. Yeah. Should really be winged Pikmin taking the nectar, but anybody taking a nectar is probably beneficial. Stream's been alright. This is probably the last time I'm streaming this game in the near future because I have completed all the content except some of the highest challenge medals. That's what I'm working on, and this is actually the last of the main challenge stages. Does that mean Mario Maker tomorrow? Possibly. I have also been doing a little bit of post-game stuff in Tears of the Kingdom, which I technically... Well, I mean, I've cleared all shrines, but, you know, I still have a lot of quests to do, and I did things in a very backwards kind of order because I initially cleared the entire game without the paraglider, which took me the better part of 2 months of streaming. Okay, so all of these guys are done. We have a crew of 15. Let's get over here right away to build this. Okay, good. Crew of 15. We obviously should come here. And then let's get purples up and running. And as before, Ochi should actually carry as much of this across the river as he can, across the stream, before he does anything else. Nope, hang on, not this. This. But okay, if these guys want to dig, they can dig. That's fine. But we're going to transport everything one by one. And since my commander isn't doing anything useful right now, I guess we'll just go around and loot some more. Or just take this crew with us. Yeah, that's fine. And just grab what we can while everybody else finishes up. Let's go up here. Then might as well get these guys to drink up. Then let's okay, nobody died. Yeah, let's clear first. Then grab anybody idle. And then do the rest. Pop him. And Ochi just transported that all by himself. That's fine. Don't really even care. The important thing is to get him to take something down over here. Yeah, and then you've still got Wing working over here. How is my construction going? Let's take a look. 4 to 4. Yeah, okay, that's about to finish. That's good. That's fine then, because Ochi can actually grab some things down there. How many does he even have here? 1 winged. He actually just needs One more, maybe. Yeah, because we want to probably take the top left corner last. But you know what? We need to knock the pumpkin down anyway, so let's just... Oh, wait, no, you got enough. Okay. Or not. Hang on. Yeah, if we grab one purple, we're actually fine. So we'll just toss one over here, and then hang on. Let's grab one. I actually don't know if purple can reach. No, purple cannot reach. Let's not do that. Okay, we might have blown this just because of that mistake. Hang on. Let's just dig then, and we'll get the idle signal going. Or no, we'll go up here. Yeah, we messed this up halfway. Hang on. It was a bit of a disaster. That's okay. Then okay. A lot of dead time over here. Okay, let's go over here. Okay. As long as we have wing pigment over here, we're fine. So let's just go idle signal here. And then let's kill this first while we're waiting. Okay. Okay. Okay, we have to dig this out and we have to dig that out. Yeah, we have to loot these two up here. And this one down here. Hang on. Come on. Okay. Yeah, we still got a big problem here, which is 13 remaining. Let's go get some flying over here. Oops, shouldn't have taken the purple. That's actually a big mistake. No. Go away. No. Get out. Okay, we messed this up. Yeah, we messed this up a lot near the end. early on we left too many at the bridge anyway. We took the wrong squad over here when we needed to take 15 white and go 5 more white in this corner and then bring that down. Getting Ochi to ferry everything was good. The early game was good. We messed up kind of around the halfway point when this was being constructed. I think I'll probably reset this one. This is not going to go. Getting the flyers on this one early is probably the right idea, but yeah, no, let's just reset this one, I think. Issues. Let's check what the weight is in the middle. This one in the middle is 10. Hang on. Okay, again. Let's get OG to start clearing. And we'll get you guys up here quickly. Great, nice and quick. Okay. We should actually grab these guys and put them on this early so we just don't need to worry about them. But maybe. We're tossing them across, which might work too. No, I think that's before we come here. Okay. We still have control over him. Let's just go over here and get these guys to dig immediately. Yeah, 5 here, 5 here. That gives you the 20 that you need, but we need to switch them over to Ochi. Use that effectively. Okay, that knockdown is actually pretty good. Let's drag. Alright, let's grab the flyers and get them to start building. Or even get them to start finishing up here, and then we build this later and just kind of move in towards the middle. No, we want to start building now, I think. Okay. This is going to be 10, that's fine. And everybody else's area is keeping busy, so we'll just send them across. Yeah, bit of plucking going on over there, that's fine. Okay, the digging there in the middle is still going on, which is fine. We're just going to grab these guys with Ochi because like that Eliminates a serious pain. And yeah, Uchi's just going to carry that all the way over, which is fine by me. Okay, Uchi's over here. He's going to come over here. Then no, he is going to grab. Then disband, except for that. Really wish I could. Hang on. My goodness. Okay, get over here. Had a couple of control issues. This is open. That means we need to use our flyers more effectively at this point. Because we would have 5 there that are just sitting idle right now. It's fine, actually. What we'll do, come up here. Okay. Now he's going to go over here. Okay. That's all done. Then we need to get him up here to get that. Okay. Then we'll just get you to loot as much of this stuff as possible. For all of this. And grab this. Okay. Come on. These guys just don't answer. Controls are not what they used to be, and are almost too optimized in some ways to be clean. But I actually do want to peel from the group sometimes intentionally. Anyway, everything almost is in position here except for the flyers. How many remaining? 14. Yeah, they can do it. And then we actually should be coming up here to drag some of this stuff. Grabbing as much as we can once loot has been returned. Oh, she's be going over here to grab that. This one requires digging. Now we can't forget about this one over here. Okay. We'll get one over here. Okay, good. That should be it. We just need more flyers, actually, to finish up the last bit. Flyers, please. Do we have any? Okay. And that's it. We've got it. That's done. A little bit of time to spare, not much, but we managed to make it work, and that is the last platinum medal. Great. That's it. Okay. There we go. Significant improvement. Given that it's the first time we cleared that, so retry. Nope. And there should be a quest NPC that we can talk to at the end of that. So yeah, that's a full platinum on Dandori challenge. So, is it going to recognize that somehow? We'll see. Well, that was very satisfying to do. And the thing is, even the ones that we got platinum on, in general, there was room for improvement. Now, there was one as well where we had that one enemy that had exempted me from looting for whatever reason. So we managed to do a full clear while missing a few points, and it still recognized it as a platinum, so. Okay, we should be able to do the quest at this point, which only requires gold. Get gold in all challenges. Yeah, we got that. We did even better. Get platinum in all challenges, and that's mission complete. The effort will continue to shape you forever. Yeah. More cash that we're not using. And nobody else to talk to quest-wise, so. We are finished. Dandori battle. Yeah, like I said, I need to probably practice this mode offline and figure out what I'm doing before I really try to make a medal run at it. Currently, we've just done very poorly almost every time and had some very close shaves, and there's a lot of game knowledge that I feel like I don't have. And Trollo to Sage Leaf, we're missing a lot of medals as well. I think we only got maybe one platinum in the whole thing. And some of them are very timer sensitive in some ways. That would require a very different strategy than what I've been committing to so far in some cases. So that feels like it's a ways off as well. So with that, I think this will be our last Pikmin stream for a while. Other things like, we'll take a look at the quest log. Only other thing we're missing is doing the cooking quest for Louis. Yeah, these are the repeatable quests. They don't really count. This will be something similar to Dandori Battle Training, where you eventually have a reward for getting platinum in all challenges. So yeah, the only thing we're missing is just the Louis cooking quest as well, and that I feel like is not really going to be interesting stream content. If we do eventually someday grind it out just for the collection, and we'll do that at our own pace and see what happens. And if we eventually get battles, or for that matter, Sage Leaf Trials practice to the point where I do want to stream some runs, we'll do that. But for now, I think we've had a very satisfying experience streaming this game. We've recorded almost, I think, 60 hours of footage since this game came out in, I want to say late July, because we've actually been taking this so slowly. Yeah, it was late July, because we had a couple of breaks along the way and leaves of absence, and only really started pushing through the post-game here within the past week or two. And of course, eventually we'll do a more thorough reading of the Piclopedia as well to look at all of Louis' cooking advice. We have nothing else to spend on in the lab other than consumable items. We have no other upgrades to pick up. Apart from those medals that we mentioned, we are finished. And so, this was a grand time in Pikmin 4. Had a very satisfying experience. Much bigger than the rest of the series combined, possibly multiple times over, even if you include the challenges in Pikmin 3. I haven't played the bonus content in 3 Deluxe. That's something that we might get to eventually if we pick up the Switch version somehow. Although I suspect I'll prefer it on Wii U, control-wise. Some elements of design in Pikmin 3 I think were maybe a little more refined, but you really can't beat Pikmin 4 for just the sheer completeness of the package and the variety of the content that we saw. Just expressing the Pikmin concept in all these different ways, in the same way that every game is just a little bit different in its own respect when it comes to what the flow is going to be. In some ways, kind of a casual, easygoing experience, sometimes to a fault when we look at things like the lock-on controls and mechanics, but we managed, and there's an incredible skill cap to this that we would have to practice pretty hard to someday reach. That is all for today, though, and we'll see if we can pass you on to somebody else in a raid. Pikmin 4 is done for now on stream. We will be going back largely to Mario Maker and also doing some more post-game in Tears of the Kingdom, although we've hit a lot of our major objectives there as well, having completed the main quest as well as all of the shrines. And still haven't done simple things like going to the tech lab for the first time. With that, we will also be scheduling in a couple of shorter games between now and Super Mario Wonder in late October. Scheduling information, as usual, is going to be on the Discord. So, thank you so much for watching. We will pass you on somewhere else. And also, sound is dead, I realize, and it might have been dead for some time without my realizing it, which is too bad because we didn't have trouble earlier in the stream. I guess we'll have to finish silently. Too bad, because we all had almost no sound problems in this game for most of our running time. So, yeah, I didn't really pay attention to that. I don't know when it blinked out. Could have been gone even an hour ago. All right. Anyway, we're going to see you folks off. Thanks so much for watching. We'll leave you in silence, unfortunately. And until we meet again, for whatever comes next, have a wonderful day ahead of you. And, as always, fare thee well.